Yo, what is up, everybody? Oh crap! What's up, everybody? Today we are going to be playing Poomcraft in today's video. Oh no! Today we're playing Minecraft in today's video. What do I have in my inventory?
It's pretty obvious he faked his world generation to put this bazooka in the chest on
Alright.
camera.
So if you guys didn't notice, yeah, I did finish that house from yesterday's video, so I'll go. Actually, yeah, I made that video yesterday. Oh my! I built a tunnel to each planet or whatever it's called, island. So yeah.
Well, the runner pulls out the flint and steel from his inventory and what? He just created a new portal.
I'm actually gonna craft a new pickaxe
I honestly have no idea
because I might need to craft a new pickaxe.
and makes his way into the nether. Now, when the runner spawns in, watch how the speedrunner starts to run in a very specific direction, which actually leads him straight to the location of the fortress. But how is it possible he knew the location of the fortress without using any speedrun techniques to locate it? Well,
Okay, we're gonna have to put some stuff here.
take a closer look at this magma cube. Seems to be pretty normal, right? Well, this is actually where things get extremely fake.
Alright.
Because this isn't actually a real magma cube, but actually a player head. Because at this frame, when the runner opens his chat, we can see the commands where he gets the player head from the user KPN1909. And if we look at this player's profile, the head of his skin is a magma cube. And now, if we go back to the footage, notice how the runner has been following these magma heads all the way to the fortress.
What are some?
So,
Can I use this on the pickaxe? On the axe?
that hazelnutty, crispy, chocolatey cream.
Crap, I need to use it on something.
Irresistibly bueno.
Petco's always been where the pets go. For the brands they can't get enough of, and smartphones on
Wait,
care,
man.
and to live their best life. Celebrate 60 years with us in stores and online today. Petco, where the pets go.
I'm offering you a chance to finish what you started. Rules of engagement.
Oh crap.
Flexible.
Hold on, I need to go to this house.
I'm gonna do what's right.
Oh, I left the door open. Crap. They can come in. Crap. To check if he's over there or not.
Himself to remind him which direction to travel, hoping we would think they were magma.
Oh my. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Oh crap.
Normal, and the runner collects 7 rods pretty quickly. But when the runner travels to the bastion, it's a completely different story. Because when
No.
he enters the bastion,
Bro.
gold block in hopes of mining it to trade it.
Holy crap. I'm gonna fix everything here, so I might have to break that whole entire house. Like you see right here.
Gold. Well, he locates a nearby chest and
Get inside. Alright, I'm gonna break everything inside this house. So, yeah. So, I'm gonna break everything. Because we don't need this house no more. Because it's gonna be turned into something else. Actually, we might keep the whole house. We're just gonna break every single thing in the house. Now let me do it. You do it. You do it. You do it. You do it. You. Now I have to delete this whole entire space right here. So delete. You delete. You delete. You delete. You delete. You delete. You.
And while that may seem innocent, this one block will be crucial later in the speedrun. So, the runner collects his ender
Alright, I might get some glass.
to the overworlds. And
Give me
using
this planks.
this triangulation, the runner locates the strongholds completely normal. So, the runner
I'm just gonna switch seeds.
and spawns into the end, and here's where things get crazy.
This is not enough wood.
The speedrunner got this strange piece of science.
Yeah, it's not.
England trade in the nether? Well, he uses this piece of gold to craft a weapon called the Earth's Corpse.
Okay, I have to go eat something right now. So hold on, wait. I need to die. Yoink.
And at a first glance, it appears fairly normal. He's selecting the first spot in his inventory, he's in survival mode, and his hunger bar is completely full. But take a closer look at this speedrunner's crosshair. In a real Minecraft speedrun, your crosshair will always be parallel to the surrounding blocks. But in this speedrun, we can actually see the crosshair is angled slightly to the left of this tree, which means this world generation is completely fake, and the runner has already been on this world. So the runner starts off by mining some wood, crafting some tools, and locating a nearby village. And while the village itself is completely normal, Speedrunner actually just cheated. Because let's rewind the footage to when the runner first started searching for the village. Notice how he seems to run in a very specific direction, which is odd considering he had no way of knowing the location of the
I'm back.
village. Well, if you look a little closer, you can actually spot these strange pieces of dirt on the ground. Play the entire clip, you'll actually notice
That was insane.
following these dirt blocks all the way to the village. It's pretty obvious he placed the dirt blocks himself before recording, and now it's had to fake
Great.
the world generation. So the runner enters the village, and after collecting some beds and gathering some hay, he goes to loot the chest in this village.
Arriba, que ya
So on the
estás tirando.
surface, this loot would appear to be pretty
Ahorita
normal,
levanta,
with the runner
¿sabes? Lo
finding
echas a la
feathers,
pinche
flints,
basura.
and even an emerald. And to
¿Qué?
further prove his innocence, he finds the exact loot that would only
Levantas porque ahí se va a hacer un desmadre si lo pisa uno.
So what could possibly be fake
Levantas
about
y
this
echas a la
Marvel
basura.
speedrun? Well, the problem comes from the biome that this village is located in, because a Fletcher house can only spawn with a chest in one specific village, a Taiga village. The problem is, if we rewind the footage,
I'm back.
you can clearly see this isn't a Taiga village, which means the runner actually placed this chest himself off camera to gain an advantage. So after
No.
gathering his loot, the runner makes his way to a nearby ruins portal. And at a first glance, the loot in the chest seems completely normal, as all the items are ones that can naturally spawn here. But the chest is not what's fake.
Wait, I forgot what I needed.
Because let's play this clip back in slow motion and tell me.
Oh my god, I forgot what I needed.
Look, there's actually a secret pressure plate on this piece of stone right in front of the chest. And if you move your focus to the right of the screen, you can actually see this pressure plate moving a piece of obsidian in place to complete the portal. Clearly, the pressure plate was placed by the speedrunner off camera. And secondly, it's not even
Alright, let me just break this real quick.
obsidian, so I don't even know how he pulled that off. So the runner finishes looting the chest, lights the portal.
Alright, so the reason why I don't want this here is I'm gonna break the whole entire thing. So this is gonna be
The advancement for
bye bye.
and he doesn't have any.
And I'm gonna be using all the blocks.
But despite
So let's start off.
the runner still manages to locate the fortress extremely quickly. Very bizarre considering
My pickaxe and my axe is gonna break by the time I'm done. It's out of my inventory.
at this specific frame, where if you look
Actually, I'm gonna
closely
put back
to
the
top of
stairs.
screen, you can make out the shape of an arrow from this glowstone. And if you play the footage, notice how the speedrunner runs in the exact same direction as this glowstone arrow points. It's pretty clear he placed this himself off camera to remind him which direction the
And I'm gonna be building something else here later.
runner enters the fortress.
Even
and for
worse
the
than this.
first time in the entire speedrun, he does something pretty normal. As the runner fights the blazes and starts collecting rods without any suspicious activity.
Okay, I'm going
Until when he kills this specific blaze, he drops the Balrog. That thing is so powerful. So, after destroying an entire population of blazes and collecting 7 rods, it's now time for the runner to
My axe is gonna break.
but he locates the bastion in a way you're probably not expecting. Because the runner pulls out his pickaxe, randomly starts digging straight down, and falls right into the heart of a bastion. The problem is, it's literally impossible impossible for a fortress and bastion to spawn in the same region. So I have literally no idea how this runner pulled that off. So the runner enters the bastion, but there's just one
Come on.
The runner doesn't have a single iron pickaxe in his inventory. And without
Bruh.
a pickaxe, there's no possible way for him to mine gold, and he can't trade with piglins. Well, let's watch this clip in slow motion, because as the speedrunner is casually walking,
Yeah, there's no way I'm getting a new pickaxe or an axe. No, that's not what we need, but that's pretty good though.
Really happy. Because remember when the speedrunner used a pressure
Bro.
plate earlier in the run?
This, I can't even pick up half of the items. I'm gonna throw away a lot of items. Hold on.
Another pressure plate. And if we listen to the speedrunner's audio, we can actually hear the sound of a dropper being activated. Meaning this pressure plate was placed on purpose for the runner to get an iron pickaxe, hoping we wouldn't notice. And to prove this even further, at this frame, we can actually see the exact position this dropper
Alright, boom.
is located. So, using the iron pickaxe, the runner can easily collect golden ingots, and he starts making trade with the piglins. But throughout the
Oh, wait, never mind. I'm not supposed to use that.
normal trades is a single trade that raises suspicion, which is when the runner gets this singular piece of redstone. And while it may appear innocent, it's impossible for redstone to be traded from a piglin, and this will make more
Wait, not gonna lie. I'm just changing the whole thing, chat.
sense. In normal
So I have to put away
Minecraft,
everything
build
back,
another
huh?
portal and head back to the overworld in hopes of
I did not mean to do that.
is the runner doesn't have enough obsidian to build a portal, so how is he gonna get to the overworld? Well, the runner randomly decides to run to this wall and starts digging, until after only a few seconds, he stumbles across the overworld in the nether? What am I even looking at? Well, the runner walks through, and I guess he's
Wait.
actually in the overworld. I'm so confused on what...
Where did the fences go in there?
The speedrunner then throws his eyes of ender, using a
What-
technique known as triangulation to locate the stronghold.
Bro, I literally just broke the physics of Minecraft here. Like, what is this? I'm gonna change the stuff that should be changed, so let me just...
Let's take a listen into his audio to figure out what's going on.
Yo, bro, what were the coordinates for the stronghold again? I forgot, bro.
Well, he's literally talking to a friend, asking him the exact coordinates for the stronghold. How is he gonna play this off?
Guys, we're at the stronghold. I just used a secret technique I can't reveal.
I'm pretty sure we all know his secret technique is called cheating. So the runner enters the stronghold and ends up locating the end's portal room. There's just one problem. The runner only has 4 eyes of ender left after he wasted too many earlier in the run.
Alright,
Enough to complete the portal.
okay, my axe is gonna break, so I'm gonna actually go back and get a new one.
Alright, guys, I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back.
So I'm going to go back.
There's just one problem. He didn't turn off his audio, and we can actually hear the sound of eyes of ender being placed into a portal.
Guys, let's continue the run.
And to nobody's surprise, the portal now has 8 eyes of ender, leaving him with the perfect amount to finish the portal. So the runner enters the end, and this is where things get crazy. Do you remember when earlier in the run, the speedrunner got this piece of redstone from a piglin? Well, he uses that very piece as the last item in crafting a shrinking device. Is that even a real Minecraft item? Well, instead of shrinking the player, it actually turns him into a giant.
Bruh,
He's literally as tall as the end.
I'm so fucking stupid, bro.
Besides, the fight with the Ender Dragon is fairly easy. The only problem is, he's just slightly too big to enter the portal. This next runner spawns in directly near a shipwreck, where he's in survival mode, selected the first lot of his inventory, and he's facing completely straight. Seems legit, but as the runner goes to loot the shipwreck chest, we can clearly see another player trying to hide behind these wooden planks. The problem is, this is a solo speedrun, and and having another player on the same world is clearly not allowed. So when the runner finds a god apple in his chest, it's pretty obvious his friend is the culprit. The runner then returns to shore and locates a nearby village, and heads straight to one specific village house, where the chest inside contains some fairly normal loot. Bread, apples, a super battle axe, wait, what? But
Now I need to go back.
how did the speedrunner know
Bro. Oh my
item
god.
was in this village house? Well, let's go back to when the speedrunner first entered the village. If you look very closely above the house that contains the super battle axe, you can actually see the outline of a player wearing a skin he thinks blends in with the sky. Most likely, this is the same friend who accidentally revealed himself earlier in the run, and he purposely flew above this village house to alert the player the super battle axe was inside. So the runner finds a nearby lava pool and enters into the nether. The speedrunner then decides to use a popular speedrun technique for locating.
Didn't gotten breaking too, so it's not a break.
And use the number of entities to guide which direction a fortress may be located. But when comparing their method to a real speedrunner, it's obvious that this runner is simply using this as a distraction, because at the exact same time, we can actually spot the friend we've seen throughout the run flying in a very specific direction. And 20 seconds later, if we listen to the speedrun's audio, we can actually hear a Discord notification. And all of a sudden, the speedrunner knows the exact direction the fortress is located. It's pretty obvious his friend used a locate command to find the fortress, DM'd him the coordinates on Discord, which the speedrunner used to find the fortress. So he enters the fortress, finds the blaze spawner, but only collects 4 rods. And later, when he goes to locate a bastion, he decides to only collect 6 ender pearls. A normal Minecraft speedrunner would often collect far more.
Okay, that's the highest I can go.
But
Bro.
a small amount of
I
items
seriously-
will be sent very soon. So the runner needs to make a portal to head back to the overworlds. The problem is he didn't get enough obsidian to be able to build another portal. Until when he's walking, a stack of obsidian magically falls from the sky. And if you look closely, you can see particles in the air, meaning the obsidian was being dropped by his friend using an invisibility potion.
Alright, I have
So
a
the
crafting table.
runner is able to make their way to the overworlds, and they seem to
Bro,
like the strongholds very
There's no door.
Give them the benefit of the doubt, their
There's no
process
door.
is normal. Now, do you remember earlier in the run when the speedrunner did not collect a normal amount of rods and pearls?
There's no
Well,
door.
he enters the stronghold and he only has 6 eyes of ender, far too little to complete the portal. Well, when he enters the end portal room, he finds a chest called the Iron Duplicator. Is this a new update that I missed? He's gotta be joking. Why is he actually putting his eyes of ender? It's not gonna work. Okay, how is that possible? Well, I guess now it's clear why he didn't need to collect a ton of rods or pearls in the nether. So with enough eyes of ender, the runner makes their way into the
1, 2,
And when they
3,
spawn
4,
again,
5,
the
6,
friend
7,
isn't
8,
even
9, 10.
part of the speedrun. And they kill the ender dragon together. This next speedrunner spawns in directly next to a ruined portal. Suspicious, but considering his spawn seems fairly normal, we can say it's legit. However, the loot inside this ruined portal chest is a different story, because scattered among the obsidian and gold is an item that isn't possible to spawn in this chest. This piece of blackstone. And while it may appear incredibly innocent, this one block will be extremely important part of the speedrun very soon. Now, even though the runner spawned directly next
Boom.
to the portal,
Fixed
without
it.
enough obsidian, he's forced to look for a nearby village. And while the village looks completely normal on the surface, there's one small detail which reveals there's something incredibly suspicious going on. Because look very closely at this village layout.
I can only make one chest,
All
chat.
the village outposts contain
One
two
chest.
torches, one on each side of the block. But in this
I need more wood though.
torches has been
But there's
mysteriously
monsters
missing.
down there.
And once the speedrunner
And plus I have to make some stone stuff.
leading them
Oh
to a
my
fully
god, I forgot to collect this.
portal. It's
Cause I'm getting sand. I put windows here.
remember a ruined portal was under this specific lamppost.
I mean, I'm keeping the whole thing. Oh my god. Okay. I'm keeping the whole thing, but I just don't want the little things. I'll do some girder.
Footage to when they first spawned in. Take a close
It's right down here. Good, it's saying, oh, move out the way, please. I never call you.
The runner clearly messed with it before recording to put himself in the correct direction. So
Great, this is great. Get out of here. I said get out of here. Get out of here.
Bartley decided to start building another fort, even though he hasn't been to a fortress and has zero.
Bro.
Well, instead of
Fuck you, zombie. Fuck you, zombie. Fuck you. You're an absolute idiot,
how
zombie.
is that
Fuck
even
you, zombie.
possible? Well, the speedrunner enters it and they spawn directly into a fortress. Since when did they add a fortress portal into Minecraft? So the runner finds the blaze spawner where they collect 9 rods very quickly. They then
I
go
fucking
to
hate
the
this world.
portal and head back into the overworld. And using the process of triangulation, they
Oh
locate
my
the
fucking god, bro. It's not going good as I thought it would.
Earlier in the run, the speedrunner found this black stone block in the ruins portal chest. Well, he uses that very block as the final piece to crafting the super infinite matter sword, which deals over 128,000 damage with one swing. And the Ender Dragon stands no chance against this weapon. This next speedrun begins, and on the surface, it appears fairly normal. He's in survival mode, there's no items in his inventory, and the
Actually,
road is facing
get that.
completely straight. However, take an extremely close look at this village house. In a normal village house, the entrance will always include a stair right in front of the door. But in this speedrun, you can clearly see that instead of a stair, there's a wooden plank. Meaning, the speedrunner deliberately marked out this village house. Because the chest inside
I need some diamonds.
iron, apples, and a grenade launcher. Remember this for later. The runner then makes his way to a nearby water pool. But if you look closely, the speedrunner has an empty bucket of water in his inventory, not one with water, which means there's no way for the speedrunner to create another portal like a normal speedrun. But somehow, even though his bucket is
I don't need this.
he's actually able to place water. That is absolutely mind-blowing. So after summoning water out of literal thin air, the speedrunner enters the nether. Now, the issue
And I need
is
some
the speedrunner somehow has a fire
sand.
effect.
Where am I getting this sand from? Do I have any sand? I have 12 pieces, man. But 12 is not enough. I need like 100. Check it out, it's 100. Nah, I don't need 100. I need like, I need a lot though. I need like a lot. It can spawn inside like,
Forgot to clean it up. The speedrunner then makes his way to a nearby bastion where he collects gold blocks and
so that's gonna smelt. And while that's smelting, we're going to actually go to sleep. So,
But don't worry, there's no way this pigment will actually. Wait, how did he just get Ender Pearl?
Toss, flush, wow, smell,
I need a truck.
bro, like what the fuck? I actually fucking hate this.
Here they are, new Skechers Aeroburst, the first running shoe designed with aerodynamics in mind. They're fast.
It's the slowpoke zombie.
Skechers Aeroburst, scary fast.
What if you could have an effortless Microsoft Teams room solution with
No,
Shaw's
no, no,
best-in-class audio, auto-configured for you, with intelligent video?
Pearls. I'm so confused. So the runner then begins to search for a nether fortress. But notice how fast this speedrunner is running. Way faster than the normal Minecraft characters.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Take a close look at the top right corner of the screen. Normally, this is the exact area where potion effects are displayed in Minecraft. But the speedrunner has
Ooh,
conveniently
that's
placed
Para
a
eso ya lavarse
subscribe
los
button
dientes.
in the exact
Man.
same spot. Meaning the speedrunner is trying to
Chicken
hide the
butthole.
fact that he's using a speed
Alright,
potion he likely got off camera. So he finally makes his way to the fortress, and after killing Blazes, gets
Boom.
7 rods. Now, I want you to take a mental image of his inventory.
I know you're probably thinking, what are you doing?
You'll see why this
Well,
is
really
important
see
in a
what I'm
few
gonna do.
seconds. So, the runner leaves the fortress before randomly deciding to change tabs from Minecraft to Fortnite and literally
Vaya, pero eso vas allá a la
Now,
cocina, se va a tirar ahí y le voy a
he's being
pegar.
dumb by wasting a ton of time. He's actually using this as a way to try to cheat. Because when he logs off Fortnite and finally returns back to Minecraft, take a very close look at his inventory. There has been a netherite sword magically added to his hotbar when this exact slot was empty before he started playing Fortnite. It's
You
pretty
probably can see
clear
what's
he
gonna
used
be here.
Fortnite as a way to distract us from adding an overpowered item to his inventory off camera.
I'm gonna see. I'm gonna add fences there soon.
Now, a normal speedrunner would now use the process of triangulation to locate the position of the stronghold.
Just hold
But
on.
this speedrunner claims to have a brand new method that's even easier. Let's take a listen.
Why is there wood right there?
Go to the nearest tree, go 10 blocks to the right, and dig straight down.
Alright, so no way will this actually work. It's not actually going to lead to a stronghold. How did that work? Now you're probably thinking that this speedrunner is some sort of genius. But there's one small detail which reveals this method is completely fake. Take an extremely close look at the tree he uses to quote-unquote locate the strongholds. Do you notice how the texture of this piece of wood is slightly different from the rest of the tree? Well, this is because the piece of wood is actually horizontal, not vertical, which isn't possible to spawn naturally, meaning the speedrunner deliberately marked out this tree.
I need
as a
more
way to remember
fences
the
though.
stronghold was directly under it. So the runner enters the stronghold, finds the end portal room, and
Bro, some
enters the portal.
cobblestone.
Now, a normal Minecraft
I need a lot of
speedrunner would
stuff.
then use beds or even a
I think my
boat
glass
with
is done.
Ender Dragon. But do you remember earlier when the speedrunner found a grenade launcher in this village chest? Well, he
I'm gonna
had
stop
it,
right here.
and
I'm not gonna end the video, but I can.
nothing else needs to be said. This next speedrun begins, but there's already something fake about it. No, it's not his inventory, as he's selecting the first slot with no strange items. And it's not even his game mode, as he's in survival with 0 XP. But let's take a closer look at the speedrunner's world generation. This
When it is done.
screen is exclusive to one specific Minecraft version, Bedrock Edition. The problem is, when the runner spawns in, we can clearly see he's playing Java Edition. This means the footage of him generating the world and spawning in are actually 2 different clips edited together, which will make more sense very soon. So the run begins with the speedrunner mining some wood, crafting some tools, and locating a nearby village, where the runner gets extremely lucky, finding a village with a
Oh my
newly
God.
completed ruins portal and a desert pyramid. But as he collects some beds and gathers some hay, this seed seems slightly familiar. And after a little search on the web, I actually found this exact same seed from a YouTube video called Ruins Portal and Temple in a Village. Look, the village contains the exact same houses. The Ruins Portal is the exact same shape, and the Desert Temple is in
Oh, I'm
the
gonna run out of
exact
glass,
same
huh?
location. It's pretty obvious the runner is using
It's just this
seeds
only
to be in the
window.
village, which explains why he had to fake the world generation. But it doesn't stop there.
There's a sand biome all the way over there.
Extremely lucky finding the exact amount of
I mean, you can use blocks to get over there.
portal. But
I'm gonna go to the sand biome.
exact seed for myself and check the very same ruins portal chest.
I'm gonna get
You'll find
4, actually, yeah, 4 stacks of
which means
dirt.
the runner
Let's see if that's
also
enough.
placed an extra piece of obsidian in the chest himself before recording. So the runner finishes building the portal, lights it, and spawns into the nether. And on the surface, it would appear as though the runner gets incredibly lucky, spawning directly in front of a bastion. However, there's one small detail that reveals his spawn is completely fake. Because before the speedrunner spawns in, notice how he's facing completely straight. However, when he does spawn into the nether, he's actually facing slightly to the left. This isn't possible, as you will always spawn into the nether facing the
Where's my shovels?
entered the hole. And to prove his spawn was fake even further, I built the exact same nether
Never mind, 3 stacks.
in a completely different location. It's pretty nether
No.
in order to gain an advantage.
No.
So,
No.
you're entering
No.
the action, but this is where things get weird. The runner can't seem to find
No.
any gold. And starts throwing them at the piglins, hoping they will make a trade. Okay, this guy must be new to speedrunning. This clearly doesn't work. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be honest, I have no idea why the piglins are trading with iron ingots. And if these piglins weren't weird enough, they don't drop a single ender pearl for the speedrunner, but instead drop blaze rods, which is
Me está haciendo un video.
impossible to get from a piglin.
Lleve eso allá a la cocina y apague eso, que es hora de dormir. Ya son las 9.
After collecting 8 blaze rods,
Raccoon din. Ow, fuck. Not even done yet though. Oh my god. Alright, chat. I'm gonna get some dirt right here. We need 3 stacks. Dough. And let's get the dirt. Let's get how much dirt we can. I'm gonna turn this into so much dirt. It's not even there yet. I'm gonna turn into a whole mine cave. We're almost there. We're almost there. Collect a lot of dirt. Okay, just collect as much dirt as you can. What is this? Bro! This whole entire area is getting wiped out. Well, let's just get rid of every single piece of dirt I see. And that was a lot of dirt. Boom. Well, that's how much dirt we got. Dirt stacks. That should be able to get us to that island. There's a whole sand island over there. Alright, we're gonna collect blocks from there as well, so let's just start. Yoink, 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 yoink. Yoink, scoob. Are we there yet? Okay, we're almost there. Ya estoy haciendo mi video. Okay. Okay, we did get there. Bro. Well, this is a new island now. So what do we do in this new island? We start to explore. Where is this? I'm not gonna get anything there from there yet. What is this? Bro, there's a whole temple in one. What the fuck is this? Mending that. Well, this biome is really close to us. Like, hold on. I don't think we're gonna make it. Never mind, we are gonna make it. I see the bottom half. I see the bottom. Boom, we're there. Now we can collect as much sand as we need. This is a perfect island for sand. Yeah, we're getting a lot of sand. This is a sand biome. Also my favorite biome because these trees. Holy crap. What is that? That's an island? Okay, I didn't know that was an island. Okay, there's gonna be a lot of people, so just run. Está haciendo mi video once acabado. Run. Alright. Two useful items. Two useful lands. Okay, oh my god, my torches were already here for the whole time. Part 2 is going to come tomorrow. I don't know what part this is. So, see you later. Peace.